Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift dated? Harris and Swift broke up in June 2016 after 15 months of dating, and sadly, the world witnessed the entire painful breakup. Both parties initially chose to remain silent, but Harris eventually lashed out at Swift on Twitter after news broke that she was the writer of the DJ's hit song, "This Is What You Came For." Rihanna and Taylor Swift secretly co-wrote Calvin Harris's new single, and the DJ isn't exactly pleased that she revealed it. Swift initially wanted to keep her involvement in the song's creation a secret, thus she was given credit under the pseudonym Nils Sjoberg, while Harris and Swift were still dating. Harris was forced to speak out about the situation after Swift's representative said that Sjoberg is, in fact, Swift. He wrote on Twitter, "Hurtful to me right now that she and her crew would go so far out of their way to try and make me seem bad at this time though." Swift sings a small bit of the song, Harris said in a series of tweets, and he lauded her songwriting abilities, writing, "She smashed it as usual." He nevertheless couldn't help but make a few jabs at his ex, bringing up both their recent, widely documented relationships, as well as her long-rumored conflict with Katy Perry. Taylor Swift's alter ego, Nils Sjoberg, appears to have been abandoned for good since her name is now included on the BMI website as a co-writer of the popular song. Interestingly, Harris's publishing business, ASCAP, has not changed Swift's name on its website as of the time of publication. The name change will not affect the amount of money each artist earns from the song, but is undoubtedly a surprising turn of events, given that Swift supposedly created the pseudonym so that her contribution would go unnoticed. Since their breakup in June, Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift have undoubtedly had a stressful relationship. Now, Harris is criticizing Swift for abruptly announcing that she co-wrote his most recent song with Rihanna, "This Is What You Came For." Swift allegedly felt hurt when Harris said in an interview with Ryan Seacrest that he couldn't see himself working with Swift on a song, because she deserved a long break and that she actually wrote the song under the pseudonym Nils Sjoberg, according to People. Swift's team later made it seem like this was the real reason for the breakup. Harris has clarified Taylor's involvement on Twitter. If you recall, Harris and Swift split up amicably, with Harris tweeting that he had nothing but love and respect for her, and receiving a retweet from Swift. However, relatively soon after her infatuation with Hiddleston started to spread online, and images of the two traveling the world started to appear everywhere, that tweet and all of her photos were deleted. Many people thought that Hiddleston's new song with John Newman about their separation from Swift was written from Hiddleston's point of view. However, nothing expresses the source's feelings more clearly than a tweet. He even refers to Swift's biggest reputed foe, Katy Perry, as the originator of Bad Blood, claiming that he's portraying her as her new adversary in public. Harris, to his credit, respects Swift for her efforts in the music, but he wonders why this information was released at this time. Since the breakup, Harris has sounded the most sincere in this. Fans eagerly anticipated the lovely music Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris would create together when they first started dating in 2015. Only once during their one-year relationship did the singer-songwriter and Scottish DJ work together as co-writers on a song, "This Is What You Came For," which was recorded by Rihanna. Following a run of high-profile relationships with Joe Jonas, Harry Styles, Jake Gyllenhaal, John Mayer, and Taylor Lautner, Swift's romance with Harris was her longest in the public eye. Following her breakup with Harris, Swift briefly dated English actor Tom Hiddleston before starting a 6-year romance with Joe Alwyn in 2017. Swift and Alwyn announced their separation in April 2023, though. Harris reconnected with model Eric Wolf, whom he had dated before his split from Swift, in 2018 and remains friends with her through their 2022 breakup. The TV and radio host Vic Hope, with whom he has been engaged since 2022, was the next person he approached. Swift and Harris first spoke backstage at the Elle Style Awards in February 2015, after Ellie Goulding, a mutual acquaintance, introduced them. Fortunately for the internet, one of the fans happened to take a picture at the very moment it occurred and shared it on Instagram. Harris was conversing with Sam Smith when the photo of Goulding and Swift approaching him was taken. Swift and Harris took a different approach to making their relationship Instagram official than the majority of famous couples who do so with PDA-heavy photographs. Instead, the musical team announced their relationship, with The Summer producer posting a since-deleted photo of Swift's adored cats, Olivia Benson and Meredith Grey, to his Instagram account. It became clear that Swift and Harris were dating in the months following their initial encounter. Although their first date was officially in March, they didn't announce it to the world until they attended the 2015 Billboard Music Awards together in May. Swift won several awards, including Top Female Artist, while Harris received Top Dance/Electronic Artist. Smith, who was present when the pair first met, was another winner that evening. Swift and Harris took a romantic vacation to mark their first wedding anniversary in March 2016. The two shared several sweet pictures from their tropical getaway on their individual Instagram accounts, complete with stunning scenery, swimwear, and their initials in the sand. Swift referred to her romance with Harris as magical 1 month later. Harris and Swift broke up in June 2016 after 15 months of dating, and sadly, the world witnessed the entire painful breakup. Both parties initially chose to remain silent, but Harris eventually lashed out at Swift on Twitter after news broke that she was the writer of the DJ's hit song, This Is What You Came For. Fans who have been following the semi-love triangle involving Taylor Swift, Calvin Harris, and Tom Hiddleston were shocked when the music producer started spilling the beans on what transpired between him and Swift through reactions to comments left on his Instagram page today. Obviously, these remarks have now been removed, but because of the screen captures that fans posted, they may still be able to prove that there was an online tea party. Many people thought Harris opted to respond to certain Swifties and his fans who were asking what truly transpired between him and Taylor on the social media website, and what he replied undoubtedly raised some eyebrows. Harris didn't make the statements. Taylor Swift is determined not to show any signs of being disturbed by her ex-boyfriend, Calvin Harris, calling her out on Twitter. When she was seen on a seemingly joyful outing on Australia's Gold Coast, the Shake It Off singer looked to do just that. Taylor, who is presently visiting Tom Hiddleston in Australia, grinned as she shopped in a charming pair of cotton-on overalls. The song's official BMI credit has been modified, although Taylor Swift covertly co-wrote ex-boyfriend Calvin Harris's This Is What You Came For under the alias Nils Sjoberg. It's unclear when the changeover took place, but Sjoberg is no longer acknowledged, and Swift is now recognized as a co-author of the international hit with Rihanna's vocals. Swift initially wanted to keep things on the DL, but Harris acknowledged Wednesday that Swift sang on the single a little bit and that he composed the music, produced the track, and organized the vocals. Harris called Swift an amazing lyric writer, but what began as a delicious secret disclosed quickly turned ugly when the producer/DJ went on a Twitter tirade, criticizing Swift and her team for the hurtful way the news came out. Hurtful to me at this point that she and her team would go so far out of their way to try and make me look bad at this stage, he tweeted. At the time of publication, it was not possible to reach Swift or Harris's spokespeople for comment on the credit switch. Though the song's new BMI designation won't have an impact on how much money each artist makes from its sales and performances, it does draw a line in the sand of history by identifying the song's true creators and giving its backstory even another twist. Everyone assumed that Calvin Harris's new song, My Way, was about his ex, Taylor Swift, when it was released. In an uncommon move, Calvin used his voice on the song rather than a well-known performer like Rihanna. Furthermore, how could anyone fail to infer from lyrics like, "You were the only thing in my way," that Calvin was indirectly making fun of Tay before she eventually created a song about him? However, it turns out that Taylor wasn't the target of Calvin's questionable lyrics. He created the shade for the former grocery store he worked at. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, bye. Also, spend some time watching other videos on the channel.